Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm giving you my favorite primers of 2018. Some of these primers have been around since maybe 2015, but that's okay. These just happen to be my favorite ones this year. Some of them are new this year, some are not. And the reason for picking them is a number of reasons. So they all rated well on the Beautypedia website for sensitive skin, so that's important. So nothing in them that is going to irritate your skin. So if you're not sensitive, great, you have nothing to worry about. If you are sensitive, then you know you don't have anything to worry about with this either. And also because I felt that with my type of skin, dry, old, full of pores, wrinkly, these just really help my makeup either wear longer, wear nicer, you know, it made my skin feel good, it made my makeup go on better. So there's a number of reasons we wear primers. And to be honest with you, I picked these to kind of narrow down the list, but there's probably more I like that I'm not talking about yet today, but that's okay. You know, I'm an easy to please gal. So let's start with one I just found. Well, that's not really true. We'll start with one I have heard of, and then I was like, I should probably try this because it's popular and it has a good rating on Beautypedia and the Sephora website and everything, yada yada. And it's the Kat Von D Lock-It Primer. This is the hydrating primer and base. And I like this because of what it does. It hydrates the skin and it helps the foundation wear longer. Now, it's not necessarily like, ooh, it's like putty for your face or anything like that. In fact, none of these really are. I take that back. Hold that thought. But this one, it's just a good, solid, performing primer. There's nothing fancy about it. Well, I mean, it's kind of fancy because it's like $30 and it's in this like, ooh, Kat Von D packaging. It has no fragrance. It's cruelty-free. So yeah. Drugstore, we are talking basic, nothing fancy, really cheap. This is the Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio. This is the primer and base in the Hydrate and Smooth, because there's sort of a number of these. They have a collection. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me show you the Kat Von D, the Lock-It Primer. So it comes out like a lotion and it's thin, it slips, it has a lot of slip, it goes on. What I do is I just blend it in and then I let it kind of sit for a minute before I put on my foundation. And then the Maybelline one, again, no fragrance, no crazy alcohol, no botanical things that are gonna freak you out. And this one, also a lotion, a little thicker. It has more firm, more body to it, so kind of a gel. And it also just kind of goes along the skin, gives a nice, smooth, kind of a glide to the surface. This one stays a little bit tacky on the skin, which I like because then I feel like my foundation is joining with it. It's like coming together. And then this one is just really smooth. Like you don't feel it, see it, or anything like that. It's pretty good with pores. All of these are pretty good with pores. But I just like this one because if you're looking for something drugstore, if you're looking for something less than $10, you want to just hydrate, you want to give a nice start to your makeup, it's a good one. Another really affordable one is the CeraVe. Now this is a Heal and Protect Balm. This is not a primer, but I felt kind of genius when I discovered this and I shared it with you for a bargain of the week. It's $6. You can use it for anything. You can put it on your face, you can put it on your heels, your elbows, your cuticles. It is a balm in a solid stick form. It's primarily dimethicone, which is what is in these primers, and that's what gives that kind of slip and all that good, you know, texture for the skin and for makeup to sit on top of. Dimethicone isn't harmful. People are kind of, they're like, oh, I don't want anything silicone, I don't want any kind of dimethicone, blah, 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 blah. It actually, those are naturally derived ingredients, and even if they are a synthetic version, they are harmless. They sit on top of the skin. They don't block the skin. They don't suffocate it. They don't clog it. They don't do any of that stuff. So they're just sitting there, and then they wash away when you wash your face. What I love about them is that they do help with your foundation to last longer, especially if you're a dry skin, especially if you're in a dry climate, because the reason we need primers is because our foundation seems to just want to soak into our skin, and the primers just kind of give that extra layer to glide on top of. So I love this one, and it's super easy. I mean, you just smear it on like that. This one is good for pores because you can like kind of spackle it on right there, and it's really cheap. Okay, but if you know that anyone in the family is using this for something other than their face, get two, okay? Because if your husband is using this on his heels or something, you don't want to use this on your face. Thank you. This is the number 7 Airbrush Away. This is a tinted skin perfector. You could wear this by itself if you wanted. It only comes in one shade. It looks kind of dark at first, especially if you're fair or more fair than me, and you're like, really? But trust me, it blends down, it blends away, and especially if you are wearing foundation over it, it's not gonna matter. But it does do such a good job of blurring the skin, and I mean, look at that. It kind of adds, it's kind of like makeup. You could just use it by itself and just, yeah, once you blend it in, it's not too dark at all. It has a nice texture to it, looks velvety. It's not shiny, it's not sticky, it's not matte. None of these are really matte, as you can tell. I am into the hydration. So I know that some of you probably have an oily skin, probably some of these won't really fill the bill for you, and I'm sorry. It's just for me, I use matte foundations a lot, but I seem to always use, unless it's like hot summer, if I'm like vacationing somewhere warm, or you know, like it's a day at Disneyland, will I use a matte primer? I just don't. So, you know, like 362 days out of the year, I'm using something with hydration in it. So yeah, but the number 7 is really nice. It's also a good pore filler. You know, it kind of helps smooth over the pores. And then speaking of Hawaii, I actually bought this, not this particular tube, which is funny because this is like a Sephora sample, but I bought this Too Faced Hangover RX primer in Maui last year on vacation and fell in love with it because it was so soothing and so hydrating. My face was just kind of freaking out from being in the ocean and the sun, and I was still wearing makeup, but it was like I needed just a little more hydration, a little more something to give my skin before makeup. And this Hangover RX, my daughter uses it and she worries about breakouts. So to have a younger skin use it and an older skin like me, you know, that tells you it's pretty good, like broad range product that anyone can like. And I have bought a full size of this, but right now it's in my daughter's room, so I've just been using this like mini tube. She keeps going through tubes of this stuff, and then I'm like, it's $30, and yeah, that's where you want your Ulta coupons to come in handy. So it has a little bit of a I think there's some coconut in here, and it's nice, but it has you know, like a little bit of a sheen to it, gives that glow to the skin, but it really hydrates and it just really gives good stuff. Like it's got a lot of, I think it's got like green tea in it and aloe, and so it feels really nice on the skin. This is the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer in Radiant, and this is, I don't know, I feel like this is an honorary mention. I do love this. It's a highly rated product, both on like the Sephora website. It's got a good rating from Beautypedia. It's good for sensitive skins. It's nice. I know that makeup artists, professionals love this product. I used this years ago when it first came out, and I didn't like it. I thought it was too radiant. I was like, ew. So this is definitely got a sheen to it. It has a nice pearl, you know, you don't really see it though once you put your makeup on, but it does lend itself to the layering of, you know, glowing and keeping your face. I'm wearing it today actually, and I like it because it, again, it's got like a good feel to the skin. It's fragrance free. It helps my foundation wear well. I feel like my makeup looks better longer. So it's a good one. It really is. It's just a little bit pricey. So I think of all of the kind of high-end ones, these are just really good, especially if you're a dry skin. And then, you know, we got our low-end ones too. Got our drugstore cheap ones. So yeah, I think these perform as good as these, but they're just a little bit different. So if you have preferences to brands, to where things are manufactured, how things are manufactured, etc., you know, that's why I always give choices, because honestly, you could say one particular item is the best thing of all time ever that you used, and someone's gonna say, yeah, I don't like it for whatever reason, you know. Okay, so there you go. Those are my picks for best primers for 2018. I figured I'm going to use the month of December to start giving you my best stuff instead of putting it all in a big 30-minute video at the end of the month, because heck, there's a lot of categories to go through. There's a lot of products. I think this year, every year, we're just getting more and more products launched at us, and so like literally, pew, I can just see them coming out of like t-shirt cannons, all these palettes and new launches. And so as things are constantly released, I feel like we just have so much more to choose from. So I have to do my job to narrow them down, and instead of just having a best of at the end with one each, I thought I'd do it by category. So I think I'm going to do next either concealers or setting sprays. So I'm just going to kind of work on down the line, and hopefully I don't forget a category by the time New Year's comes. So let me know in the comments what primers you've been loving this year, or even just this month, what ones you're excited to try if you haven't tried one yet, or one that you seem to just, you can't find the perfect one, and maybe one of these will help you out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you so much. And thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.